Yo, what's going on? Jalen here, and today I want to talk about empaths. Like, first off, you see my shirt? Shout out to Sailor Moon, man. I'm doing it for the Elvins, doing it for the fairies, the goddesses out there. you know? So yeah, I basically want to talk about empaths. Now, a lot of you may not have heard of that term before, or even if you have, I'll give you like a brief description. Basically, we all come into this world very like sensitive. Like, think of yourself as like a sponge. Like, when you're a baby, even now, like you're soaking in all sorts of different like energies from all around you, right? But in our society, we aren't taught like how to cultivate that or how to like manage feeling stuff like that. And so most people, when they're very young, like cut that part of them off, right? But for some people, like myself and like others, they're like extra spongy, I guess, extra spongy. So you kind of like absorb even more. You feel even more than like the average person, right? So that being said, those type of people, like even though we're all feeling, those people are called empaths or sensitives, or you know what I mean, stuff like that. And yeah, I guess that's a pretty good description. Yeah, sponge people. Think of yourself like SpongeBob, man. Just absorbing it all in. But yeah, so basically, I wanted to talk about how empaths can affect. You got people over here yelling like, "What are they doing?" So you got people. I'm sorry, they're very distracting. Sorry about that. All right. So I want to talk about empaths. Empaths are these people that, especially now, because we're going through like the age of Aquarius, the ascension, the shift, new earth. Basically, people are wakening up. It's a spiritual awakening happening right now. And that being said, these people who are like sponges, like all of us, but these people who are like the super sponges, are kind of like becoming more and more like sensitive, and with that comes like different issues and different like physical issues, like mental stuff you gotta deal with. It's kind of like you're taking it so much. Oh look, check this out, I got another analogy for you. For my Superman fans out there that have seen the Man of Steel, I forget the actor's name, but the one that came out like, I don't know, like a few years ago, 2014, Man of Steel. Yeah, there's this scene when he's a kid, he's in class, right? And it's like he kind of gets like an energy overload, I guess, because he can't really control his powers at that point, because he's so young. He basically like starts seeing like, because Superman could see like X-rays and like he could he's Superman, whatever. So he starts to like freak out because it's like it's too much, like overloading him. Like he's seeing people's skeletons. He's like, oh, what's happening? And he like freaks out and he runs in the closet and hides. And it's kind of sucks. But yeah, that's a great analogy. Like that's basically what being an empath is, like a super empath. You're so sensitive to stuff. If you don't know how to control it, or if you haven't been trained how to like deal with like your extra sensitivity, it can like kind of be an overload. I'll give you another example. I myself went through my own, and I'll get to this in detail in a later video, but I basically had what people call like a spiritual awakening, or like the Holy Spirit like came down into me and like, that type of thing. And this was, I want to say, by the recording of this video, that was like a year and maybe a year and a half ago, or a little bit longer. And when that happened, I just felt like extra like open. Like it's hard to describe. Like I was kind of like that Superman scene where I was feeling everything, like like good, bad, just feeling. I'll never forget this one day. I was on like the public bus, right? And I was just so cracked open and like so sensitive. I was like just feeling like everybody's like Wakanda forever. I was feeling everyone's energy, right? And that was like just insane. It's a hard thing to describe because it's like an energy spiritual thing, but it's just it didn't feel good. I was just like, I was taking in too much, right? And One of the things I've learned that helps with this is deep breathing. I'll take my mask off because there's no one else around me right now. So this is something that I've been doing. I've been, breathing in deep, like through the nose, up the nose, out the mouth. Just breathe. And what that does for us as empaths, it's like a cooling down system. Like think of like the AC or a fan or something like that. Your mind can get kind of like hot, like a computer when it gets overheated. That's how empaths can get. You can kind of get overheated, and if you don't do anything, you'll crash, right? But this is to cool things down, just like through the nose, out the mouth. And that's something that's really worked. So if I'm ever like, and here's the thing, like, it's only gonna, like, empaths, we're only gonna get more and more sensitive as like life goes on. So it's imperative that you learn how to like put the armor on or like deal with the energy that's coming in with you. So besides breathing, another thing that I like to do is, I was already doing this, meditation. I practice this form of meditation called transcendental meditation, and that's basically where you're given like this mantra to say over and over in your head, and you do it for 20 minutes twice a day. Or I've been kind of like freestyling lately. Do whatever your spirit calls you to do, and doing that has definitely helped like with my energy management. It's learned to like keep me basically like calm, relaxed in situations, just kind of just have your own stasis, your own inner peace. Like when you're feeling like overloaded with energy, like say you're around like a big crowd or something like that, you can do like the breathing. I don't know if that'd be the best time to do a meditation. That's why I have so many different techniques, which is great. The breathing, maybe not meditate, but just kind of just focusing in like, okay, like make the command, like say, this is my energy. Oh yeah, this is something that I was doing. I forgot I was doing this. Maybe I'll go back to it. I would say this thing like, my energy is my own. So whenever I was around like a big group or I kind of felt like overwhelmed, I would just say that. I would say my energy is my own. And it would like kind of reset me. Just having like that audible affirmation to myself real quick, like, hey, I don't have to like take in and receive everyone's energy and input. This is my stasis, that my physical body is a representation of my like energy. It's my house for my energy. I don't have to feel everyone's energy if I don't want to. My cottage, there's a street sign that says cottage right there. So I was like, hey, that's a good you know what I mean? Yeah, just a little, think of yourself like a little cottage. Like keep yourself balanced. And I think that's it. Yeah, empaths. I'll be doing more stuff on empaths, as just so stay tuned with me on this channel. But I'm going to go into more detail about empaths, like other things that we feel. But this is basically like an empath intro. Yay! Happy. So thank you all for checking out this video. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, or not. Do what you feel. Please follow me on my social media. You can follow me on Instagram at Jalen D. Greene, and that's Greene with the E at the end, Jalen D. Greene. And at Greeneiverse, Twitter at JD Greene _, and TikTok at Greeneiverse. And I know it's kind of loud around here, so I hope that hasn't really. I hope you've been able to hear me. I've been trying to project it as best as I can. So yeah, follow me guys on there. And definitely, please check out my podcast. It's called The Experience with Jalen D. Greene. You can find it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, basically wherever podcasts can be found. Your boy is on there, and I do daily episodes on there. And it's awesome stuff. So yeah, thank you all for checking me out on this intro video to Empaths. You all have a blessed day, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.